Hi, I'm back with another tutorial. I'm going to show just a quick kind of a rosy holiday look. It's a real easy one, it's fast, it's simple, and it uses the new Jewel Box Eye and Cheek palette, which I showed in my last tutorial. So you get all of these colors there, and then that's the highlighter, it's separate. But we've got a few of these palettes left, so if you haven't gotten one yet, then hurry up and snag one before they're gone because they're limited edition. But if you've got one, I'm going to show you another look to get with it that's perfect for like holiday parties, pictures, and just everyday wear because it's a nice soft rosy look. So I'm going to start out with my highlighter color. I've already got my eyebrows done. I've got my eyeshadow primer on my eyes. That's one of my favorite products to keep your eye look in place all day. It doesn't allow it to crease or smudge. And then a lot of times I put some under my eye as well to keep my eyeliner from running. And then I've tight lined my eyes with our Soft Touch eyeliner in Java. That's one of my favorites. And I've done my mascara so that you can see the completed look when I'm done. So I'm going to start with Moon Dust. It's this color. These two look different in the palette, but this one is kind of a warm blush, and then this one is a little bit rosier blush. The other 6 are the eyeshadows, so I'm going to show you the blush as well. But I'm going to start with the Moon Dust eyeshadow, and my favorite, it's actually a concealer brush, the Face number 8. I love that, and I have like 3 of these, and I use them for eyeshadow. So we're going to start with highlighting our brow bone as like a placeholder for a bright shadow, which this whole look is going to be kind of bright. This is especially important though when you do a smokier eye. You've got to have some brightness in it or it'll just look like you've got a black eye. And then always put a little bit of your bright eyeshadow in that inner corner. That makes your eyes look bigger and more open and awake. And then I'm going to take just a little bit, actually I'm going to use the same brush, a little bit of quartz, kind of a rosy pink shade. It's got a little bit of shimmer. Most of these shades are matte, but that one's got a little shimmer. So with that same brush, I'm going to put that on the inner half of my lid. And you don't have to take a lot of time with these. Just quick and easy. Okay, then I'm going to take a different Face 8 brush, and I'm going to put a little bit of the topaz. It's like a very neutral, totally matte brown. I'm going to put that in my crease, and then blend just a little bit above your crease. If you just do it in your crease, you're really not going to see it when your eyes are open. And this is the one that gives you some definition, especially if you have hooded eyes. Like mine are kind of semi-hooded. So that means that this part of your eye tends to hang over your lid a little bit. This is a really important trick for your eyes because by putting that darker shade out here especially, and then blend it about 3/4 the way across your eye, it gives you the illusion that your eyes are more defined, and it makes this appear a little deeper set, so you don't get that weird like hooded look. If you put shimmer up here in that crease, then it's going to make it look like your eye is just flat and one-dimensional. So matte is best for your crease, really for everybody, but especially for hooded eyes. And if you're concerned about lines and wrinkles, don't stay totally away from shimmer because shimmer gives you brightness that you really can't get with any other products. But keep the shimmer like we did today, just in that little inner part of your lid. And I really don't even prefer shimmer up here on your brow bone. I just think it makes your brow bone stand out too much in most cases. But a little shimmer right around your eyes is beautiful and very appropriate for all ages. So we're just blending a little bit of that topaz into our highlighter. We don't want to cover up our highlighter, but we want to blend the two. So you can't really see where one starts and the other stops. Then I'm going to take another brush and I'm going to combine a couple colors. So I'm going to combine the garnet with a little bit of topaz to kind of soften the garnet so it's not quite so bright. It's a really cool color and one of the most trendy colors right now. I don't want it quite so bright. So just one swipe in garnet and then one swipe in the topaz. And we're blending that kind of into the deepest part of our crease and then about halfway along the eyelid. So you can see the difference. It adds that little bit of rosiness. And we're going to come back and blend that in just a minute. So the same thing for the other eye. Blend it about halfway across your eyelid and then into the topaz in your crease. And make sure you use enough product. That's a common mistake. If you're not getting the look you want, make sure you're using enough of your shadows to really build the dimension. And then I'm going to take one of the Eyes 4 brushes. It's this angled brush. And I'm going to use this underneath my eyes. But real quick, before I do that, I'm going to use a little bit of the Bronze Age Shadow Stick. This creates a nice smoky eye. It's not real dark. I've used this in a lot of my other tutorials. Gives you a little bit of shimmer and kind of a placeholder and just smudges out your eyeliner on the lower lash line. So I already did my eyeliner, kind of tight lined my eyes. And then I'm just going to sweep a little bit of this over top of the eyeliner and a little further down. And then I'm going to take that angled brush and sweep just a little bit of the topaz, the same combination, the topaz and the garnet, one swipe of each, underneath my eye. This is what makes your eyeshadow look really finished and polished. And then same thing for the other eye. And then I'm going to come back with one more Face 8 brush just to blend. And you can blend as much or little as you want. I'm not going to blend a whole lot because I like the brightness of the rosy eyeshadows. It's especially pretty if you're wearing reds, like a red lipstick or neutrals as well. Gives you some festive color. So now I'm going to do some of the cheek color and the bronzer. So the Wild Honey, I'm going to sweep that with a really fluffy brush. This one is face number 2. You can do it with a little bit smaller brush for more control. I just kind of pinch the bristles and then put some of that in the contour of my cheekbone, starting back almost at my hairline. And then you don't want to come all the way forward. So about to here, right before your cheekbone. Right before the apple of your cheek, I'm sorry. And then blend it kind of onto your cheekbone. And this will give you some color, especially this time of year when you've lost your summer tan. And it gives you some definition so that you don't just have blush on the apples of your cheeks. Makes it look more natural. And then you can take a little bit and put it along your hairline and then some on the sides of your nose. Even a little bit on your neck if you need to. And then I'm going to take, this is actually a foundation brush, face number 7. I have several of these and I use these for blush. I normally use these for bronzer if I'm trying to really contour, as well as foundation. So these are a really nice brush. They're great for blending. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Pink Dream cheek color, just a little, and sweep some of that on the apples of my cheeks. Kind of blending it into our bronzer color. And then lastly, I'm going to add just a little bit of the highlighter, Candlelight. It's a really cool highlighter because it has some shimmer to it, but it doesn't have sparkle. So even if you're oily skin, it's not going to make you too glowy. So I'm going to take one of my eyeshadow brushes and just put a little bit of that on the bridge of my nose. You can add some on the top of your cheekbones. I like to add a little bit around my lips. You can add some on top of your brow bone. You can use it as an eyeshadow. It'd be kind of like your highlighter shade, or that little bit of shimmer in your inner corner. It works for that as well. So just add some brightness, especially if you wear a matte foundation like I do. This gives you a little glow. Truly the last thing, I'm going to do some of our plush lipstick in my favorite shade, City Girl. These don't have to have a liner with them. I like using a lip liner just because you can define your lips. So I normally pick our Age Define. Neutrals is a really good shade because it goes with just about any color. So if you're looking for a go-to liner, that's a really good one. A little bit of that. And then it stays on better if you leave it matte. On me, this stays on all day. I really don't even touch up. If you want a little bit of shine though, take some of our lip polish. This one is Razzle Dazzle. It's like a golden pink, a little bit of a shimmer. There's it right there. And you can add some of this to like the center of your lips. If you have trouble with your lipstick bleeding, it's better to stay away from gloss, or if you do use it, only use it in the middle of your lips so that it can't bleed. And voila, we're all done. So it's just a quick and easy holiday look, and it's appropriate for everyday wear as well. So hope you enjoy that. Bye-bye.